What is the eighth term of the sequence 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, ... Is it letter A, 256, or B, 512, or C, 1024, or letter D, 2048? What is your answer? So in order for you to answer this particular question correctly and directly, you must be familiar with the concept of the geometric sequence. And there is actually a formula in order for you to solve such particular question correctly and quickly. And this is the formula. So we have here a sub n equals a sub 1 r to the power of n minus 1, where n is the number of terms, a sub 1 is the first term, and r is the common ratio. So going back to our question of the day, what is the eighth term of the sequence 4, 8, 16, 32, and 64? Or 64, ... So all you just need to solve this is to use the formula. So a sub n equals a sub 1 r to the power of n minus 1. So our a sub n here will be a sub 8. So we're just gonna put 8 here. So 8 ibutang na to ani because we're looking for the 8th term. So kung sa imong gipangita nga order sa term mo na imong ibutang sa ani. Or n is simply the order of the term which are you going to solve. And then a sub 1 is 4. So this is the first term man. And then r, the common ratio. So how are you going to find the common ratio of this sequence? So ang common ratio raan na is tanaw na nimo unsa nga number ang gimultiply ani nila to get the next term. For example, 4, unsa yung gimultiply nga number para mahimong 8? It's 2, right? So 8 unsa gimultiply para mahimong 16? 2 gihapon. 16 unsa gimultiply para mahimong 32? It's 2 gihapon. And then what is being multiplied to 32 to get 64? It's 2. So therefore, 2 here is the common ratio. So that's just basically how you find the common ratio. So it's 2, and then to the power of n, so 8 minus 1. And then simplify this further. So a sub 8 equals 4 times to the power of 8 minus 1, that's 7. And then let's simplify this first, or let's evaluate this expressions first. Kaning 2 to the power of 7, because that's according to the GEMDAS rule. You have to do the exponents first, or evaluate the exponents first before multiplying or doing any operations. And then a sub 8 equals 4, 2 to the power of 7, that's 128. And then simplify. So, or simplify it further, or evaluate it further. So 4 times 128, that's 512. So therefore, a sub 8 equals 512. And this is now our answer for our question of the day. Therefore, the correct answer is letter B, 512. Alright? Now let's have more examples for you to understand this concept better. Now let's have this one. What is the fifth term of the sequence 1, negative 5, 25, negative 125, ... So again, let's just use the formula. We have here a sub n equals a sub 1 r to the power of n minus 1. So a sub n, so unsa may gipangita nga natin nga term? So the fifth term. So therefore, we're gonna write here a sub 5. So pulahan na nimo sa order of the term which you're going to solve. And then a sub 1 is the first term. Unsa man? 1. And then r, the common ratio. So tanawan na po nimo ani. Unsa may gi-times sa 1 para mahimong negative 5? So gi-times sa negative 5 para mahimong positive 25. And what is being multiplied to positive 25 to get negative 125? It's definitely negative 5. So ani palang daan nga order, makita na nimo nga it's negative 5 ang common ratio. And then, so that's the value of r. And then n to the power of, r to the power of n minus 1 man ni. So n is 5 minus 1. And then a sub 5 equals 1 times negative 5. So 5 minus 1, that's 4. And then a sub 5 equals 1. So let's evaluate this first. Negative quantity, negative 5 to the power of 4. So you have to make sure that you are going to write the parenthesis, especially if you're going to use a calculator. So you really have to write the parenthesis first before writing negative 5, because if you're just going to write negative 5 to the power of 4, so the answer would be different. So lahi ang sign sa answer. So you really have to consider or take into account the parenthesis. And then negative 5 to the power of 4, that's positive 625. 25. And then simplify this further. So 1 times positive 625, that's 625 gihapon. So therefore, a sub 5 equals 625. And this is our answer for this particular question. Now, what about this? What is the 10th term of the sequence 2, 6, 18, 54, 162, and so on? So again, let's just use the formula. A sub n equals a sub 1 r to the power of n minus 1. So a sub n is a sub 10, no? Because we're looking for that 10th term. And then a sub 1 is 2. R is, so tanawa na po nimo again, sa may times sa 2 para may mong 6. 3. Sa times sa 6 para may mong 18. 3. Sa times sa 18 para may mong 54, that's 3 gihapon. And what is being multiplied to 54 to get 162? It's 3 gihapon. So 3 is our common ratio here. And then, to the power of n minus 1, so 10 minus 1 because n is 10 man. And then simplify or evaluate this further. So a sub 10 equals 2 times 3, 10 minus 1, that's 9. And then a sub 10 equals 2 times 3 to the power of 9, that's 19,683. So it's a bit larger number than the previous example. So in this case, so it's better if na may calculator. If wala, so you really have to solve it manually. Pwede man masolve man na siya nimo manually. And then let's evaluate this further. So 2 times 19,683, that's 39,366. And this is the value of our 10th term or a sub 10. Alright? Now this time, I want you to try this one. So try to answer this question and you may comment your answer in the comment section below. That's all for now. Thank you. More power and let's keep learning.